My job is watching a woman trapped in a room. 3 years ago, I found a job ad that said almost nothing. Good pay, no benefits, discretion required. That was it. No company name, no job description, just an email address. I was bored and my music store job was dying anyway, so I sent a message. Half an hour later, I got a reply with an address. I went to an upscale office building, filled out forms and questionnaires, and left. I almost forgot about it, until a month later when they called me back for the second stage. This time, I met a man named Mr. Solomon. He led me into a room with a chair, a desk, and 2 large monitors. On the desk sat a bolted-down metal box with 2 oversized buttons, one red, one green. He told me this was a model of my future workspace. The job was simple, he said. 7 shifts of 6 hours every week. I'd arrive early, store everything in a locker, and change into provided work clothes. Under no circumstances could I bring anything into the surveillance room or take anything out. The left monitor would show a live stream from a high-definition camera in a remote location. My entire job was to watch it. Once an hour, I'd log anything interesting on the right monitor. No pens, no paper, just the computer. The red button was for emergencies, anything on the video or in my workspace that needed outside help. The green button was for when I saw something particularly noteworthy. Solomon stressed I should only use it for something of real significance. He pointed to a camera on the ceiling. He said the real room would have one too. My work would be observed. I was just a redundancy, he said, a backup in case other systems failed. I nodded, trying not to show I was irritated. The pay was $35 an hour. That worried me. My mom always said if something seems too good to be true, it probably is. I asked if anything illegal was involved. Solomon laughed and said no. I asked if anyone would get hurt. Again, he said no. He said they paid so much because they needed motivated, professional, and discreet employees. I'd have to sign papers promising never to discuss the work or face lawsuits or worse. I'm only breaking that now because of everything that's happened. So I took the job. I had to quit the music store with no notice. I felt bad about that, but the money was too good to pass up. I told myself I'd just have to see, no point chickening out because of my own imagination. When I arrived at the actual job site, it was just like the model. Locker room, surveillance room, a small bathroom attached. The only real difference was the monitors were turned on, and the left monitor showed something I wasn't expecting. It was a bedroom or something like it. It had a bed, but also a TV, a sofa, chairs, and a couple of tables. It was a living space. And in that space, there was a woman. She didn't seem to know she was being watched. She'd read, watch TV, pace around. Sometimes she'd talk to herself. She looked normal healthy, maybe in her 30s, but there was something off about the way she moved, like she was used to being alone. The first shift was surreal. I just sat there, watching her. Every hour I typed a log, subject reading, subject ate a meal, subject slept. It felt hollow. I kept waiting for something to happen, but nothing did. Day after day, the same routine. She woke, ate, read, paced, watched TV, slept. Sometimes she'd cry for no reason, I could see. Other times she'd laugh at something on the television. I started to feel like I knew her. A week went by. No one contacted me. No one checked in. I used the green button twice. Once when she cried for an hour straight. Once when she started talking to the wall like it was a person. Nothing happened afterward. My logs became more detailed. I started describing her moods, her habits. I noted that she always ate at the same times, always slept on her left side. I was documenting a life, but for whom and why? Then, one day, she fell. Just collapsed in the middle of the room. I hit the red button without thinking. My heart was pounding. I waited for help to come, for someone to check on her, but the video feed just kept playing. She got up a minute later. That's when I started to understand. The camera, the logs, the buttons, none of it was for her. It was all for me. They weren't watching her, they were watching me watch her. I was the experiment. I tried to leave. I stood up from my chair and walked to the door, but when I turned the handle, it didn't open. I was locked in. The room I was supposed to watch her from, it was just another room, and someone was watching me now. I looked at the monitors again. On the right, a new feed had appeared. It showed another room identical to the one with the woman, but this one was empty. There was a chair in the center and a single light bulb hanging from the ceiling. Then a message appeared on the terminal. Your shift is now permanent. The woman is your predecessor. She was hired 3 years ago. She watched someone else. And now she's the one being watched. Congratulations, you've been promoted. I've been here for 3 months now. I watch her, and she watches the empty room. Sometimes I wonder if she knows what I'm going through. I press the green button sometimes just to feel like I'm doing something. No one ever responds. I think they'll bring in someone new soon. They'll watch me watch her, and then they'll lock the new person in this room. The cycle never stops. I just hope the new person figures it out faster than I did. If you're watching this, if someone ever finds this recording, don't take the job. It's not a job, it's a replacement. You're not watching a woman in a room, you're watching your future self. And there's no green button for that.